Hello dear, welcome once again. In this video, you find the explanation of the poem An Old Woman written by Arun Kolatkar, a well-known poet who has written both in Marathi and in English. Your comments are very valuable to me and do comment after watching the video up to the end. You find my blog address wherein you can find the beautiful summary of this poem.
Hello, today I am going to take An Old Woman, a beautiful poem, simple but it has a lot to say and the narration is superb. Very nice poem, we can enjoy this and it has a very lyrical quality also. He has written in just triplets, very simple one, but the impact what you will have is really very good. Let us see. Now before I explain you line by line, let me tell you the background of this. Now in this poem we see that the old woman grabs hold of your sleeves. That means the poet is telling that it is your experience. That means it happens to you. Although it has happened to him, he has used this second person. It is because it is an experience which any pilgrim who goes there will have this experience. That's why he says, when you go there, you are going to encounter this old woman and you will have the same experience as I had. So for practical purpose, let me take this as happened to Arun Kolatkar him. The place where it has happened was Horseshoe Shrine. Horseshoe Shrine because it is in this shape. The temple complex it is. Okay, the main deity is Khandoba.
This is that beautiful Khandoba temple.
Khandoba is the main deity here. The temple town is called Vijayeendra in Maharashtra. Now when he goes there, he encounters this old woman. Oh, suddenly she comes and grabs hold of your sleeve. So grab hold. See how apt word he has used. Not just holding. Holding may be little light or it may not be harsh. But in this case, the holding was very harsh. That's why he has used the word grab. And that tags along. That means by force, she pulls you. This is the experience. She wants a 50 paise coin. Half a roti. Now, new generation people now, you might not have seen this at all because you are not using it, it is not in use now. Half a rupee coin, that is 50 paise coin. What for? She says she will take you to Horseshoe Shrine. That means she is a self-appointed guide. She is not appointed by government or any institution. She is self-appointed guide. So she says, just give me only 50 paisa, I will take you all around. That means here it is a temple complex, it's not one. So she wants only 50 paisa. Very important is this 50 paisa because it is a meager amount for the house or the people, those who have good income. For them it is nothing, a meager amount. That's why it is very important here. This 50 paisa, mentioning 50 paisa is very important. She doesn't simply say that she would take and afterwards she might ask more. No. Before itself she is telling that she is going to take only 50 paisa. She is going to charge 50 paise for her service. Remember this. It is a service she wants to render. That is very crucial here. You have seen it already. That means he indicates that he doesn't need her service because he has already seen it once or maybe more times. She hobbles along anyway. That means she doesn't care about what you tell. So she has one agenda. That's all. What is that? She wants you to give 50 paisa and take her service, whether you want it or not. That is very important. That is very funny here. And tightens her grip on your shirt. So tightens her grip. That means she doesn't want you to escape. Therefore, she tightens the grip. She won't let you go. You know how old women are. He is now generalizing the behavior of old women. They stick like a burr, he says. Burr is this. This is called a burr, and when it is on your clothes, it is very difficult to take it out because it sticks like that. So he has given very good example, sticking like a burr. She is insisting the pilgrim to take her service and give her 50 paisa, which we feel that it may not be good. But we'll come to know why does she do this. You turn around and face her. See, so far it has been an unpleasant experience for him because somebody is coming and simply holding your hand and tagging you along. Definitely you don't like it. So when you don't like, normally we avoid them. That is, we don't see their face. This is what has happened here. But now the man is irritated. He is little annoyed. So in order to show his annoyance, he just turns with an air of finality. That means the way he saw her, that indicated that he doesn't want her service at all. That is, it's final decision from him. You want to end the farce. This is an unpleasant situation which is going on. Farce. Farce means in Hindi we say nautanki. But he doesn't want it. He doesn't want this to happen. Therefore, he wants to end this unpleasant encounter. His gesture was that he doesn't want it anymore. When you hear her say, at that time, the old woman is taken aback a little because the man is angry now. So now she is expressing her helplessness. What is that helplessness? He says, when you hear her say, what does an old woman do on hills as wretched as this? That means useless. Wretched means totally useless. So, what else? That means, is there any alternative? So, she expresses her inability to do any other thing other than this. That's why she is a self-appointed guide, because this is the only thing she can do here, and she has taken up that service and doing it. At this juncture, there is a change in the poet or the man. What is the change? Now he is little calm because of this statement. Now here you come to know that this woman doesn't want to beg. Some critics have taken her to be a beggar. No, she is not a beggar. Definitely she is not a beggar. That is the essence of this whole poem. She doesn't want to beg. She wants to do something. There is a dignity of labor in that. That is the main thing. That is the central point of this poem. So in order to sustain her, in order to earn a livelihood, she has taken up this job which is suitable for her. Because she says there is no alternative here. There are no opportunities here. How nice it is. The old woman, though she is so very old and alone, she wants to earn her livelihood by labor, not by begging or not by any unfair means. That is the essence of this poem. You look right at the sky where clear through the bullet holes she has for her eyes. Oh, he was a bit angry, and when he faced, oh, he could see the eyes. The eyes were deep sunken eyes. See, these are deep sunken eyes. Because she is old woman. Normally old women have deep sunken eyes. When he looks at those eyes, they look like two bullet holes in the wall. See how beautiful comparison he gives. Very nice it is. And she has for her, and as you look on, and here comes the beauty. And as you look on, here, clear through the bullet holes, what do you see? You see the sky, he says. That means the holes, deep sunken holes, actually they should be dark, normally. But he says he could see the sky. So that means these eyes were shining. Now we come to know there was something special in those eyes. What is that? And as you look on, that means when he was looking at her eyes, the cracks that begin around her eyes, we say wrinkles. See, these are the wrinkles. So these wrinkles, he said, spread beyond her skin. How could it be possible? So it is only his imagination, or we can call it as hallucination. Why does it happen like this? This is because the eyes were so special. There is some mesmerizing power in those eyes. Oh, when he looked at those eyes, he was simply dumbstruck. He was mesmerized. He could experience that these wrinkles around her eyes were spreading, and they were developing. They were becoming bigger and bigger and spreading all over. Now you can imagine what power those deep sunken eyes, that shining eyes had. And the hills crack, see the cracks which developed around her eyes, they spread. Not only they spread, they made the hills crack. Really, what an imagination it is. We can call this as an hallucination. And the temples crack and the sky falls. Can this happen? It cannot. But it is his feeling. Let's see why this feeling had come to him. With a plate glass scattered around the shatterproof crone. Now he calls her, crone means an old woman, ugly woman. So shatterproof she calls, waterproof, fireproof, like that we say, shatterproof. So here he wants to say that everything around this old woman shook. She stood without shaking. Now it has a lot of implications. This is very, very crucial. How could that be? And why did he feel like that? Around the shatterproof crone who stands alone. Everything else shook and the sky fell down, he says. That means such an experience he had. So what made this man feel like this? Let me tell you. And here is an explanation for this. And you are reduced to so much small change. Change here is the 50 paise coin in her hand. And now the poet is feeling, and this person is feeling that he has become so mean, so small in front of that old woman. Now, why has she become such a great person in front of him? That is because she has a conviction, a very strong conviction of doing labor and earning something, not by any foul means. Just because she is old, she cannot do anything. She has taken up this service. She wants to do something and earn her livelihood. This is what is great about this poem. Though very simple, but its theme and its message is really marvelous. At the end, he is so much ashamed of himself that he feels that his value is only 50 paise. It is reduced to 50 paise. This is because he did not encourage the dignity of labor, and it was quite possible for this man to part with 50 paise. It is a meager amount for him. It's a very, very negligible amount for him. So at least in order to encourage her, he could have given her 50 paise and he could have allowed her to give her service. This is what he feels. This is where he feels very mean of himself. That's the reason she is shatterproof. Shatterproof here because her conviction, her will to do something and earn was so strong. That's why she could withstand all the shakings. But the things around her, they shook because they were unsteady. That means all others, all other people, those who do not have this conviction of not earning by fair means. So for them, this is the message. That shame makes him feel like this. You can see the contrast. Now he has become mean. Value is only 50 paise. His value, he feels himself, he is equal to 50 paise only. That means his value has gone down so much. And the old woman is a tall figure in front of him because of the conviction to earn the livelihood. At that age, that too alone. Had she had any other relatives, she wouldn't have come here. So that's the reason when he heard the statement, what else an old woman can do on this wretched hill, that softened him. That touched his heart. And from there he changes. And when he sees the deep sunken eyes, they have a lot to say. Such a beautiful poem it is. I hope you have enjoyed this. So you can find the summary in my blog. This is the blog address. Thank you.
Please give me the feedback by your comments.